Alex just bought a collection. I want to see how good it is. We're going to unbox it from least expensive to most expensive, but the average value is $200. So either all these items are incredible, or you look like you're going to laugh at me. Right now.
I'm going to say most of them are pretty great.
Okay, or there's going to be some super low value stuff with some super high value stuff. You have it organized in this box. We're going to take it out, and along the way, we're going to talk about some of the growing pains the business is currently facing, and maybe some things that you guys can do in your business to help with the process of growing or making changes, especially.
Your first theory was indeed correct.
Wow.
So,
But these are sealed PSP games.
Yeah, this is the only one that's not sealed. So, sealed PSP, PSP got slept on. I'm not going to lie. I really love PSP, but yeah, all these are sealed. I mean, this is like an $8 game. So if that gives you an idea of
okay.
what's coming.
So maybe this is like $20?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to ask you about, pal, is what were we talking about earlier? Because Nolan's super...
we don't have the mic on, so they can probably hear that. No one's upstairs in an auction right now. So.
Yeah, so he's screaming. If you hear any loud noises, it's just Nolan. We're talking about Whatnot and streaming on Whatnot and what it looks like for us, because we haven't been really theming our shows recently, and we're wondering if that has an effect on how buyers arrive. So one, if you guys have any thoughts about any of this, let us know in the comments below. If you're joining our Whatnots, do you like when our shows are themed or not? So in your opinion, setting stuff aside for every single auction, so we have stuff like maybe what I'm about to pull out of here. Oh,
Stuff like this.
Stuff like this.
Maybe not NFL Street 2 Unleashed, but I mean, this is not a common game to find.
More expensive, yeah. So it goes from Shield, Eevee to Arceus to Street 2 in terms of value, but you would rather set some of this stuff aside maybe for every stream, or you're saying if we have one big auction and people want Pokemon, find all the Pokemon, doesn't matter, sell it.
I don't know what I would rather do. I think that's the big question at hand.
Okay.
If we should do that. Because like if Pokemon's going really well, everything is getting great bids, it's like, should we just do it? But then there's auctions like that have happened this week where things are really hard to sell. We can't really start anything at $1 because they just don't get bids. And when things don't get bids, it's just so draining as a streamer. So it's just like...
It's hard to know that Freedom Planet limited run for Nintendo Switch is like $70 to $80 if you're selling it at $1 20 seconds sudden death.
Right, and like if people
expecting
aren't there,
a person
that
to want
might
it.
get $30, and we lose money on it. So that's the question: do we keep stuff that we know that our audience always wants to kind of bring in more hype towards everything else? And my shipping alarm is going off.
But before we look at the next items, shout out to our channel sponsor, XYAB. They're absolutely fantastic. Get $50 off your first $100 order or more. We're opening up a bunch of sealed games, but if you have any cases that you need replacing, XYAB is a fantastic place to get those and so many more materials that you need for selling video games. So I guess let us know what you would rather see. Like we want to be known for having good stuff every single stream, and we do. It's just sometimes it's more niche good stuff versus...
Which is also
sealed Pokemon Y and Omega Ruby.
Which we know every show we're gonna have people that want this. Like any show. Now they might not get the same bids every time, but we know that we're gonna get good bids on stuff like this all the time. So that's another question. Do we just need to do better at getting people to our shows?
Yeah. That
want that specific thing.
And that's where you can never really advertise yourself like enough across all platforms and stuff. But hey, I totally agree with you. Sealed Omega Ruby and Pokemon Y will go well.
Like we could take that upstairs right now, and I guarantee that they would go well.
Almost whenever. But then you get to the next two items, Sealed Chains of Olympus and Chinatown Wars. Well, I know Matt probably wants this one. Sealed Chains of Olympus.
You might have that, actually.
I need to check.
Okay, Matt might keep that. But something like Liberty City Stories, greatest hits sealed, still expensive, but might not have the buyers.
Well, especially when like you are coming into the collector only realm.
Yes.
When you're selling a sealed retro game. Like no one's buying this to open it up and play.
So Sapphire and X are better. In fact, there's a 2-game gap between Omega Ruby and Y.
It's weird how they're both together with their counterparts.
Yeah, that's interesting. These are also sealed. But the question is, how long should you do a test to see if you should make a change or not. And we were kind of discussing this in our business for something like moving the disc machines over here. They used to be way over there. We couldn't really do a good test without committing to moving everything over here and actually doing it. But we instantly saw a result for something like Whatnot. One of the tests we did recently was, ooh, I like these. One of the tests we did recently was stream every single day for Whatnot Mega Month. And then we did that for an entire month. And then we only streamed big shows on Fridays for an entire month. And our results are kind of like,
It's really tough to gauge too, though, because if you look at the inventory we had, it's so much different. So it's hard to gauge our decisions of how we sell things because the inventory is always different.
When we were only streaming on Fridays and doing big shows, we had a lot less complete in box retro. We had more stuff kind of like this, where it was a little more obscure, still really high value. Like here's the sealed Chinatown Wars or Metal Gear Solid. So we're definitely getting up there. This collection, I'm starting to understand. But start asking yourself these questions for you and your business, for everybody at home. What are the changes that I might need to experiment with, and how long do I need to experiment with this change before I make a decision? Because we did this big test, and we can draw conclusions based on quite a few different things.
Yeah, we can definitely fall subject to something, which I think a lot of people do, is going back on a change that you just recently made because you're not seeing the results that you wanted from that change, but you haven't let the change change. Like in our business, like when we make a change, I think we need to wait like at very least a month.
Yeah. To see any effect.
To see any effect.
Let's say we moved all of these shelves and the disc cleaners and reworked this whole system and only did it for a week because we were like, oh no, we got a big collection and we didn't know how to handle it, and we switched it all back. We wouldn't realize that this is the most efficient setup that we can have right now.
Yeah. Like there are people that are okay with change more than others. But like when we're talking about a business, I don't think anyone like just likes, let's do something completely different that we're not used to. We have to.
Where my eBay listing station is. Let me change my Amazon cleaning process. Let me uproot all my files and reorganize them.
When you're talking about something that's so habitual that you don't even need to think about anymore, you change that, it's like, this sucks. I don't want to do anything about it. And then a month later, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. Why the heck did we not do this earlier?
Yeah. And sometimes it's very important to look at GTA Vice City stories. No, it's very important to sometimes just ask other people, like who have businesses and have been through some of those changes to help expedite your processes. Like we've talked to people with much, much bigger businesses than us, and they were telling us, hey, you have to make this change. And if you don't want to, that's fine. You're going to eventually. You can do it now or wait. And so some of our organizational processes have changed. How we disc clean things, certain things that we choose to repair versus not repair. They're like, you'll get to that spot. They were telling us in a nice way. Like,
for instance, it was like maybe a year ago, not even a year ago, where we were like, we are going all in on Amazon. And now it's like
Whatnot it's over 50% of our sales now.
It's right around maybe over 50% of our sales, but it will certainly be next year. It'll certainly be probably 75%.
Especially as we're expanding into cards. Let us know if we should start a cards, like
thinking about CATRP
cards, Whatnot. I don't know. We have Coliseum here.
I know. We're just skipping over that.
How does it get better and better from here,
brother? This is just the tip of the iceberg. What is this, like $180?
Yeah, right. I always call it like
the average is like $200. I mean,
so it's only better.
We got to keep going.
Okay.
Somebody bought this for $47.
That is a sealed.
I don't know. This has got to be from some mom and pop shop or something. This is sealed Shattered Memories.
This is a sealed Sun and Moon double pack.
Wow. What is it about Shattered Memories?
I don't know if it's fun or rare. If it was the last Silent Hill game that they made for the time. It's expensive. Be on the lookout for this one. PSP, Wii, PS2.
Everything.
And is it on Xbox? I don't even know if it's on Xbox.
No, I don't think it's on Xbox.
Anyways, it's very expensive.
But yeah, it wasn't too long ago where we thought, man, we're going to go so hard on Amazon. We made the buy list, and now it's like we fit Amazon into our business instead of forming it around Amazon.
We do still do Amazon. We are still buying. We're ramping up the buy list still.
Yes.
Links below for the buy list. We're still getting in more than ever. We just have a lot of partners that we're with now to help us handle that, because we realized the identity of our business is more on the live selling side, connecting with you guys. It's more fun for us. I think it's fun for the viewers. You can see what we have a lot quicker.
Not to mention, it's just the amount of collection opportunity we have. We couldn't take advantage of that if we didn't have Whatnot.
If we were only buying stuff for Amazon, we couldn't buy the cool collections that we do because we wouldn't have a way out to sell something like this, or a sealed Silent Hill Shattered Memories might have a good buy box on Amazon, but might take 2 years to sell. We can go upstairs and sell it right now.
Yes.
Like, that's one of the cool things.
Like the collection we got in the $200,000 collection, tons of obscure collector's editions, limited run, special reserve, all that kind of stuff. We did the show a couple weeks ago. We wouldn't be done listing those items.
Oh my
if that's all we were doing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Listing. That's not sold, that's listing.
If we shifted our entire business, we cut content, we cut everything, and all 6 of us were just listing and hired additional help to help list, we wouldn't be done.
No. So
it just takes a long time. Granted, hey, we'd make some changes to maybe improve our efficiency. This is sealed. However,
we haven't even talked about either of these. Good.
Yeah, they're both
gracious.
Yeah, that's cool. But that's another example of a quick change that we probably wouldn't want to make. A lot of people, specifically in the last year, at least in our community, and maybe some of you can speak to this in the comments, have wanted to not jump ship on eBay or anything, but wanted to experiment with the live selling element of maybe it's Whatnot, maybe it's some of the other platforms that exist. And some have found that the consistency that it takes, they either, one, don't have the inventory to keep up for it, 2, it doesn't really fit their style of selling, or 3, they don't really have the brand for it. And what I mean by that is we obviously have a channel, like several channels now where we're, oh my gosh, this stuff gets good. Okay. We have several channels where we can use our audience kind of as a way to promote sales. We've established our brand, if you want to call that. Some people haven't established a personal brand.
We've definitely seen people create a brand through Whatnot.
Yes, and some people are super successful, hundreds of thousands.
But it's very difficult. I mean, those people have been doing it for years and years.
And I think that's part of their success. They made the change and stuck with it, where I think some people, which this isn't a bad thing, it might not just be for them, some people have switched their business model over to Whatnot, only maybe tried it out for a month, that you need a lot more time to kind of get that audience, get that following, and honestly get the sales.
Which we can talk about how to prepare your business to do that. For one, I mean, you got to have great cash flow, and you got to have business reserves in order to go, okay, I'm not making much cash right now, but I have enough in the bank to know I'm going to stick to this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to see how it goes. And you have to set your business up in order to do that.
And the same can be said about eBay as we look at this beautiful Pokemon Emerald.
We just haven't gotten this in much lately.
Oh my goodness. Pokemon Emerald is spiked up to like, are we in like the $600 or $700 range?
It's gotta be. I can check real quick, but
man.
Let us know in the comments if you were here when we got a ton of box onlys of these. It was, it was a crazy time in the business. That was.
Whew. But even with your eBay business, it's important to know those things. What's your cash flow like? A lot of times over in our Discord, people ask the question, I have the potential to buy a $5,000 collection, but I only have $2,000 to spend. What do I do? It's like, well, like it's kind of part of that growing pain. You have to get used to selling things kind of quick. You can get lucky and the seller could let you piece out the stuff to where you buy maybe half of the collection, sell it as quick as possible to make your money back to buy the rest of it. We've seen that happen before in some cases. But I think for others, it can be tough in that realm to make some of those decisions. I know
we'll never recommend that you take out a loan.
Do not take out a loan for inventory. No. But boy, oh boy, that's
another one we do not see. Like
I've seen this insane shape.
I've seen this a lot loose. Complete, I feel like I've only seen it a few times.
Now, is this new? Complete? What is? I mean, if we're in
this
price range,
because I think it's new.
Okay. I don't want, like, it does not look like it's impossible to tell, because sometimes, even if it's brand new, this will have some whiting around the fold tab. And this one looks pretty darn good, but I
don't know.
There's still no way to tell. Man, that's another thing when you're talking about change in business, expanding what you're expanding what you're buying, what you're willing to buy and risk.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Talk about another thing.
Pokemon Crystal, also in really good shape. I would call this a little bit better than average condition. It's got the little folds
way
here,
better than average. What are you talking
because
about?
people put their thumb in here
Yeah.
and open it, but still insanely good condition for Crystal. And we're saying never take out debt for inventory, but one thing especially is to never be opposed to changing at all. I think that's something that we haven't really fallen into. Like, we are willing to change, but sometimes it's taken us a lot longer to come around to like, I think we just need to commit to this, or I think we need to commit to this, because for us at this point in our business, some changes are the difference of not just hundreds of dollars, but now it's like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is one crazy we can even say
Right.
that. Like, we're in the basement 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane. But we also started Whatnot in the basement 4 years ago. That's crazy. And we're here now. This is the third Christmas in the barn.
Just type here in the comments if you were here for that, because that's
Really, that was the start of this channel.
yes.
The start of this channel was in the basement. After we bought Hobby Shop Ron's stuff. All of his video games.
which brought me on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk
and then
about
the, and then the
change.
and then the game barn,
Which brought me on.
which brought Matt on. And then Brother Dave back eventually.
That's right. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We did garage sales first, but whatever.
But we had to change
He's talking
to
about CATRP crew.
Oh, you're totally right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we used to have to go
You're doing
get.
great, David.
Thanks. I'm a little sick.
We used to have to go get more of our inventory. Now, 97% of our inventory is sent directly to us.
Which, again, we know we're... Is it 100%?
Well, I'm just saying when we go pick up collections sometimes, or go to game
Okay.
stores or conventions or stuff. So
But that's not beyond us either, but it takes a lot of consistency. It takes the willingness to change. So I guess the word of encouragement we're trying to get around to is don't be afraid of change. You hear that all the time, but it's a lot tougher in practice. But if you want to do it safely, commit to doing a test to really push yourself. Hey, I'm going to try listing double the amount of inventory on eBay every single day for a month, just to see if my extra work actually gets me two times more or more in return. That's usually the step that we tell people if they want to go from part-time to full-time as well. Like, hey, if you go from 20 hours a week to 40 hours a week, can you at least 2x your sales?
Right.
And a lot of times it's yes. They, in fact, 3 or 4x it. This is cool.
yeah, and it's
Allegedly brand new.
allegedly brand new. So this is another thing that was done that there was no seal put on this. So
At least in the States.
at least in the States. Yes, we did recently get a collection from Latin America, and the distributor put seals on other stuff, which
Yeah, it was like
It's great.
It's like a Mexico exclusive thing. The official Mexico distributor would seal stuff that was not sealed but new.
yes.
So like switches, handhelds, which great for us because we know
Great
it's
for
actually
us.
new and we can verify that. This thing is crazy. I mean, what
it's
is
beautiful
I mean, is
condition.
this like 800? What is
It's close
crystal
to,
complete?
It's close, yeah, like 700. This is close to near the $800 mark new.
Man, and I saw what's in the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Now we get to
I mean, you guys, come on. No one has this and this and this and this and this and not that. I mean, come on.
that's so cool.
You know what?
Again.
Like, something that's really... I recently was looking... Like, I moved my Heart Gold Soul Silver in my house, and mine still have the price tag on them. $39.99.
Such a good deal.
Both of them.
What a good.
I'm like, I love like
This
that
is
it's
probably
on there.
the
like,
best
it's-
bargain in
Oh, yeah.
all of gaming. Maybe not ever, but certainly of the DS era. I mean, you got 2 Pokemon games in one, pretty much 16 badges plus a Pokewalker.
Yeah.
Come on, I still
And
have.
the events, you got almost every legendary at the time. If you had both copies, you got like all of them. Like the Arceus event where you could hatch a Palkia or a Dialga. Like, oh gosh.
yeah,
such a good
I still
game.
have a Latios stuck on my Pokewalker.
In order to have a successful business, change isn't an option, it's a necessity. But at the same time, you need to understand when you shouldn't change.
Yes.
Because it's like a lot of successful businesses are there because they stuck it out for a super long time. Like,
And sometimes that can be to a detriment as well.
true.
There, you have to know
Don't
when
be
to
stubborn.
If we were short on cash flow, for instance, we would not stick out $100,000 card collection. We would not weather the storm, and we would make sure that we have enough in reserves to purchase
Which
a
that's
massive.
potentially in the works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and we did spend $100,000 on cards last month.
That's true.
So the weathering the storm thing, I think, is very important, and just getting in a community and talking to similar minded people is the most important thing, because they can save you on so many mistakes. So many mistakes. One, I wouldn't necessarily call it a mistake, but something that we have helped people with in the past in the Discord was some people for eBay listings, they would take apart all their N64 cartridges before they listed them. It doesn't really add much to the value, and it's one of those things that buyers don't necessarily expect. They're expecting you to give them a authentic product anyways, to where it was just eating into their listing time by doubling it or tripling it. So if you're doing that, you don't have to. It's okay. We're proof that you don't have to.
Yes, like if it's not a super widely faked, super expensive game, it's not worth
Like
it.
if it's sculptor's cut, absolutely. Take it
Absolutely
apart. Show the
take it apart
board.
because it's widely faked.
Yep.
Yeah. And by the time you guys are seeing this, we just gave one away in our Whatnot. So again,
If you don't follow us on
you guys
Whatnot,
have to follow us on Whatnot, be in all the shows, sign up for the text alerts down below and get a coupon, because you guys are going to miss a lot,
and you know what else we're selling on Whatnot? This whole collection,
including,
brand new
wow, that is
SNES,
It
3DS
says
XL.
Drew right on the box too.
yeah, that's why they didn't seal them.
Oh no, this is a new Nintendo
Oh,
3DS XL.
sorry.
Yep,
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Man, that is
beautiful. That might be.
Not put that right there.
That might be an
yeah.
upgrade.
in a
I'll
better spot.
have you hold it. How about that?
Grimy hands.
Yeah, I know Chase has one that's brand new, and maybe he's
That
getting
one's
it
beautiful.
graded to keep it just in good shape. But boy, that's certainly a candidate.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions for us, we're probably going to be a little slower on our posting schedule for the rest of the year while we focus on Amazon and the holidays. So Merry Christmas to everybody watching. There'll still probably be a few videos before Christmas, but a genuine thank you, and ask us questions because we'll answer them in an upcoming video.
Bye.
Subscribe.